Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Zareen. As you know, I have introduced myself in the last class. Today we're going to be starting on with our first ever chapter in economics. I hope you're excited. Today we're going to be talking about the basic economic problem. In this chapter, we're going to be looking at a lot of things that I'm going to explain just in a minute. But before that, I need you to know that this chapter is really important because it will help you develop or know about the fundamental of economics. So let's get started without wasting any more time. So in this chapter, we're going to be looking at a couple of things. First of all, we're going to be talking about needs. Then we will know what do you understand by the term wants. Then we'll be talking about scarcity. Before that, we'll be talking about resources. Then we'll be talking about the basic economic problem. So at the end, it will all come down to the basic economic problem that you have to know today. It's very vital for you to understand the meaning of the basic economic problem. Hence, I'm repeating this term again and again. So let's begin our lesson with the definition of needs. Needs is considered to be any item that is very much essential for our survival. We need these items to survive. Needs can be of various types, but remember that needs are limited, very limited and precise. We don't need everything to live. We need specific number of items to live. Say, for example, water. Water can be considered as a very essential item that we need to live. Without water, you might not be able to survive for a very long time. Hence, water is a need. Secondly, let's consider food. Food can also be considered as an essential part of our living. Without food, you cannot survive. You might be able to survive, say, for 20 to 30 days, but after that, your body will be losing all its energy. Slowly and gradually, your life might come to an end. Hence, food is also very much necessary for us to live. So food and water, both of them are considered as needs. Let's take another example. Let's think about shelter. Shelter, I mean the roof on the top of your head. Do you need shelter to live or to survive? Probably or precisely yes. Why is that? Because in extreme weather conditions or in extreme situation without a shelter, you might not be able to live. Say, for example, I put you in a desert for 30 days without a shelter on top of your head. Will you be able to survive? I don't think so because it's too hot, and as a result, you might not be able to survive without a proper roof on the top of your head, which we call shelter. So as you see, the things or the items which are very much necessary for us to live, very much necessary for our survival, are known as needs. Our needs are limited. So we do not need too much of items to survive. So we have some basic needs, say for example, shelter, water, food, etc. So these are limited in number, and as soon or as long as we have them, we are good to go. Another example of need that I forgot to mention would be clothing. Clothing is very much essential for us to survive. If I put you in a cold Antarctic island where I do not give you anything to wear, what's going to happen? You might not be able to survive for a very long time. Hence, clothing is also very much essential for us to live. So as we can see, food, shelter, clothing, water, these are our basic survival necessities. So these items can be considered to be needs. Now moving on to the next part of this. It's known as wants. What are wants? I hope it's going to be fun. Wants are just the opposite of needs. Needs, as we know, is something or anything that we need to survive. But wants are anything or everything that we desire. We do not need our wants to live, to survive, or anything of that sort. So our wants are consisting of items that we desire. We want them. Our wants are unlimited in number. Anyone who is old, young, rich, poor, anyone can have a tremendously long sets of wants. It's completely possible. It's the things that we desire. Say, for example, I want to have an ice cream right now. So is this ice cream necessary for me to survive? I'm sure not. So if I don't have the ice cream, even for 6 months, I will not die, isn't it? So it's just something that I want, something that I desire, something that I would like to have right now, right? For example, a lot of you have a lot of wants to meet celebrities, to meet your favorite football player, cricket player, anybody. So what is this? These are all wants, right? These are the items or the personalities that we desire. I might want to become a billionaire. What is that? Again, a want. This desire of becoming a billionaire does not depend or does not decide my survival, isn't it? So anything that we desire, anything that we would like to have, regardless of our survival, is known as wants. It's vital to remember that our wants are unlimited. We can want anything and everything in life, regardless of whether we're going to get it or not. Right now, you might also want an expensive phone. You might also want a movie ticket. You might also want to go on a park and just have some fun with your friends. So what are these? These are again wants. I've given you a lot of examples of wants so that it gets 100% clear to you the difference between needs and wants. I hope it is clear to you. So let's just go through a review again. So needs are items that are very much essential for us to live. These items are limited in number. Food, water, clothing, shelter are all examples of needs. On the other hand, we have wants. Wants are items that we desire. It has nothing to do with our survival. Even if you do not have these items, we will be living, we will be surviving. Say, for example, the desire to own an expensive phone, the desire to go out and hang out with your friends, the desire to eat a little cupcake are all known as wants. Our wants are unlimited in number. So I hope it is now clear to you the difference between needs and wants. Let's move further.